I've been trying to figure out why Antigua feels different from so many places I've visited. At first, I thought it was the architecture, the volcanoes, the cobblestone streets, the churches, and certainly all of that contributes, but after time, walking without much agenda, I don't think that's actually it. I think Antigua feels different because it doesn't hide what happened to it. The fractures remain visible, and somehow it makes it feel more alive. Many modern cities have a habit of paving over their history. A building collapses, something gets damaged, a difficult chapter unfolds, and eventually it gets replaced, covered up, forgotten. Antigua took a different path. The earthquakes came, walls cracked, churches collapsed, roofs disappeared, and somehow the city learned to live with the damage. You see it everywhere. A ruined church standing beside a cafe, a partially collapsed monastery transformed into a hotel, stone walls broken open to the sky while daily life continues around them. Nothing is hidden. The fractures remain visible, and strangely, that makes the city feel more alive. Because that's how life actually works. People don't move through life untouched. Families don't. Communities don't. Institutions don't. Things break. Plans fail. Relationships end. Assumptions collapse. And yet life continues. Walking through Antigua, I kept feeling that lesson repeated in different forms. The city isn't preserved because it remained unchanged. The city survived because it adapted. That's a very different thing. One of the places that stayed with me most was a church ruin. Plants growing through old stone, birds echoing through openings where ceilings once existed, tourists wandering quietly through spaces that were once sacred. And standing there, I found myself thinking that the ruin wasn't simply evidence of collapse, it was evidence of continuity. Something remained, not everything, but enough. Enough for people to gather, enough for memory to survive. Enough for meaning to continue changing shape. And maybe that's what I find most compelling about Antigua. It doesn't present history as something finished. It presents as something ongoing. The city isn't trapped in the past, it's carrying the past forward. Even the famous Yellow Bridge tells a similar story. Originally built so nuns could move between buildings without entering public streets, it now serves an entirely different purpose. Tourists photograph it. Visitors pass beneath it. People admire it for reasons its builders never imagined. Its function changed. Its meaning expanded, but it remains. And the more I walked here, the more I began noticing that pattern everywhere. Not preservation, adaptation. Not permanence, continuation. Not perfection, survival. Maybe that's why Antigua feels different. It doesn't ask us to believe that great things never fall apart. It quietly demonstrates that something meaningful can continue after they do. And in a world increasingly obsessed with novelty, optimization, and reinvention, that feels surprisingly rare. Maybe what makes Antigua beautiful isn't that it escaped collapse. Maybe it's that it learned how to live with it.